Today, let's talk about how to stay motivated on those days when you're not. How to stay motivated in your career and continually propel yourself forward. Look, all of us have those days, probably pretty good. We're talking like this on a Monday. All of us have those days when we're not motivated. Maybe we're not motivated because we're not sure of the next steps to take. Maybe we just don't feel like it today. Well, let's agree that your career journey is just that. It's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And all of us have those days where we're not motivated. We just don't want to do it today. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Well, today, let's talk about 3 tips, some tactics for staying motivated on your career journey. Number one. Number one is community. Community with you being in the center of that community. Even on the days when you're celebrating great wins, but on the days when you need a little support, find your tribe. Find your community. Who are those who are going to support you every single day when you're knocking it out of the park and on the days when you need a little extra motivation? I mean, let's be honest, that's why we created the Career GPS community, the private online community for professionals across the country of all ages, is because all of us are looking for that tribe. We're looking for the folks that are going to support us on the good days, but who are also going to walk alongside us and hold us accountable. The people who are going to be there to support us on the days when we're not motivated. It's important that you surround yourself with people who are going to cheer you on, who are going to cheer you on the good days, and on the days when you're lacking that motivation, who are going to walk alongside you to ensure you're still moving forward. Community, finding that tribe, is so critical for your success. But you need those folks in your corner also cheering you on the days when you're not motivated. So number one is find community. Find community. Number two are those wins. Number two are the big wins and the small wins. Every Friday in our community, we ask everyone, share your wins. What worked well this week? What'd you do? How'd you do it? Share it with the rest of us. Because it's those wins that build momentum. Momentum builds success habits. It's those wins that are going to keep you going on the days when you may not feel as motivated as others. And tracking those wins, think about it. Once you have wins, once you start to get momentum, it's a dopamine hit in your brain that says, I want more of that. How do I replicate this feeling? And then you start gaining the momentum because you want more wins and more victories. But even on the days when you may not feel like it, that momentum can propel you forward. Number three is your why and your what. Let's agree that knowing your why, your rationale, your reason to keep going every day on the days when you don't feel like it, your why is incredibly important. But equally as important is the what. If you've set your 2023 goals, you likely know what the what is, the end goal you're driving towards this year. On the days when you're not motivated, keep in mind your why and your what. But sometimes that motivation can come from the gap of the why to the what, which is the how. The how is what we give you in our done with you training model in our community. The how is the roadmap. Sometimes we lack motivation because we get in paralysis analysis. We don't know what to do, so we just stop and we lose momentum and then we become unmotivated. So knowing your why and your what is so important, but you've got to have the how about how to get there. So on the days when you're not motivated, find community. Find those people who are going to amplify your voices and who are going to be there with you, not an audience. A community is different than an audience. Find community. Celebrate those wins. Track those wins every week so that you build the success habits to keep you moving forward. And number three, the why and the what are so important. But for sticking with me in this video, let me give you a ninja trick that's also going to be motivation plus, and that's discipline. On the days when you're not motivated, if you're disciplined, discipline will move you forward. Discipline is the act. Discipline is the act of turning consistent, average, everyday action into excellence. On the days when you're not motivated, discipline will propel you forward even when you don't feel like it because you're disciplined in your habits, in your progress, in your consistency. Discipline will take you further than motivation ever will. But let's start with motivation because that's where most of us are when we have those days when we don't feel like it, when we don't want to do it. But motivation is the start, discipline is how you finish. So let's agree that on the days that all of us have, those are the tactics you can use to stay motivated, to stay in the game, to keep going, even on the days when you, excuse me, don't feel like it. And speaking of discipline, I did a video about motivation versus discipline a few weeks ago. I'll link to that so that you have it. And we'll give you some extra training because I'm mindful that while this topic is important this morning, it may not be the only thing that's important to you. So I'll link to that other video so that you can have that in your arsenal as well.